like what you and I are
Yeah.
wearing right now.
Like-
These are mga dahon.
Yeah, so what you're wearing right now is lagundi, bayabas, at damong ligaw.
Dabong ligaw.
Yan ay mga totoong dahon na tinransfer natin sa pinya fabric.
And how does that work?
Through the power of sun.
Uh-huh.
Oo, so merong power yung sun na tumutulong para maging permanent yung natural dye.
Tignan mo nga naman, just the ordinary flora and fauna.
Yes.
You're able to create something so uniquely Filipino
Thank you.
that apparently has been sold out since you launched
Yes.
it. And so obviously now demand is so high, supply has become an issue. How do you work with artisans or communities for this kind of fabrics?
Well, itong eco-printing na to, sobrang akong excited because like what you said, demand is so high, but supply is so low. So nandun ako sa point na kung ituturo ko ito at i-share ko at i-replicate ko yung skills sa iba't ibang communities, tataas yung supply, magkakaroon ng livelihood, we can add value to our local weaves.
Yes.
At mabubukas yung
But okay,
industriya.
I've been talking to a lot of very successful business people, businessmen and women like yourself, who always say about or always talk about helping the community and our artisans, but it's a slow burn. No? How are you helping them out? Because syempre, it takes a whole army to be able to uplift them, bring them to their former, I wouldn't say destitute, pero medyo...
Their current situation in life.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah, it's critical.
Critical, yes.
Because it's critical for our culture, because once they're done with that, of course, you can go hungry.
Correct.
And if you go hungry, you're gonna stop that craft and look for something else, di ba?
Yes, namulat ako dyan Namulat yung mindset na ito nung nakita ko ang isang community sa Davao, Dabagobo, Tagabawa tribe. They're very colorful. Meron din silang magaling na talent sa pagbuburda at pagbi-beadwork. And yet, parang sobrang limited yung access nila sa healthcare, sa education,
Yes.
sa shelter, mga basic needs.
Yes.
So parang there's a imbalance na nangyayari na they are so talented and yet they don't get to.
So designers like you help bridge these basics.
Exactly.
On your personal capacity.
Actually, I think ang naging role ko sa situation na to is just to identify for them their own power. Kasi lahat
galing.
ng community may power Ang notion ng mga tao, pag ang designer pumunta sa isang community, para kang mesaya na magdadala ka ng biyaya sa isang community, sasabihin mo, tutulungan ko kayo.
Yes.
That's what's happening. Hindi yan totoo. Ang totoo, ang role ko bilang designer is darating ako, sila ang may skills.
Yes.
Ang nagiging trabaho ko lang ay sabihin sa kanila, ang galing niyo pong magburda.
Okay.
Ito pong pagbuburda ay makakatulong po para gumanda ang buhay ninyo.
Nice. So, how do you transfer their traditional artisan crafts into contemporary wearable art? Like what you and I are wearing. Actually, this is coincidental. I was really gonna wear this, and you're also wearing yours. But how do you bridge these two together?
Sa akin ang tingin ko, nagagawa ko lang to if I immerse myself sa culture ng isang community. Hindi ko siya kayang gawin ng parang kasabihin ko lang, ito gagawin natin ganitong sapatos. Without understanding their traditions, their culture, the way they do things. Meron tayong masasagasaan pagka binaliwala nating lahat yon.
Yes.
So,
Ano masasagasaan natin?
kultura nila.
Okay.
Mga tradisyon nila, especially if we work with indigenous communities.
So how do you explain to them, okay, this is my vision for my designs and this is how much pieces I want to be selling?
Baliktad.
But without insulting their traditions?
Baliktad.
Or, okay.
I don't say this is what I want. I listen
Okay.
to how they want to be presented.
Okay.
How their culture, how they want to present their culture.
Okay.
So doon ako nakikinig. Inaalam ko, paano nyo ba gusto makilala kayo ng mga tao? Paano nyo ba gustong makita ng tao ang mga produktong ginagawa ninyo?
So it seems like, as I mentioned a while ago, evolving. It seems like you're going into that stage na profitability is not your main goal here. It seems like helping communities is is your main goal?
Well, don't get me wrong. We should all be profitable.
Okay.
So, we have 3 Ps.
Okay.
People, planet, and profitability. Because I believe, hindi rin ko magagawa lahat ng mga bagay na to if we are not profitable. But there's a way.
Okay.
Natututunan ko siya everyday na may paraan para ma-achieve natin tong triple.
Yes, but how do you also, because you've got a big fashion ecosystem that you run, right? How do you provide or make sure or ensure that there's consistency with their craftsmanship with your line of retail?
Para sa akin, yung craftsmanship nila, kailangan talaga mabigyan natin ng tamang corresponding, hindi natin sasabihin just bayad, pero yung tamang appreciation. So, dapat itong kanilang crafts na natututunan should be able to help them out in terms of improving the way they live. Okay? So, lahat yan, hindi nangyayari sa isang upuan, sa isang drawing board. Ito ay nangyayari sa mahabang panahon. We have been in the Bagobo community since 2015. Our goal sana is to extinguish ourselves in the community so that they can be independent.
Okay, well,
Yes.
that's a very interesting philosophy because you want to extinguish yourself because you want them to continue on their own,
On their own.
right? But what then happens to you as a businesswoman?
So ngayon, they can be independent on their own. So now it becomes a transaction because now we get from them. Now we can order from them while they get orders from so many designers, so many people who wants to order from them.
Interesting.
So, in terms of saying na naging sumakses na ba tayo sa Bagobo Tagabao community, I think meron na kaming level ng success.
You know what? You're a very funny woman. Our conversation became super serious immediately. Yeah. But what do you put in place so that you can train these artisans? Or are they training you? Baliktad ba?
Pareho, vice
Okay.
versa. Us as our team, meron kaming we what do you call it, develop systems to train them. We have a financial literacy program wherein we invite stakeholders like-minded people to train them, mga finance gurus, to go to the community with us. So we collaborate with a lot of people in terms of, kasi pag binigyan mo ang isang community na mahina ang income, tapos nagkaroon sila ng income,
Yes.
meron din problemang lalabas doon. Hindi
Yes.
lamang ang goal is magbigay ng income kasi nga gusto natin gumanda yung buhay nila.
Correct. We're gonna take a quick break. Gusto ko kitang tawagin Secretary Zarah Juan. We're gonna take a short break. Trade Talks, the high life will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Trade Talks. We continue our conversation with visionary designer Zarah Juan. Zarah, before the break, we were talking about, I want to call you secretary kasi meron kang financial literacy with your crafts or your artisans. And, you know, that's really amazing. But let's talk about your business, right? When did you start going into the international scene and showcasing Zarah Juan products?
Nagsimula yung Zarah Juan back in 2015. So, 2015, I was in the community already sa Davao. But then we launched the brand 2016. So we are on the 9th year already.
What was your driving force?
Simple lang. Galing ako doon galing ako sa hirap.
Okay.
At saka may nagsabi lang sa akin na kaya ko. So, nagawa ko, nakaya ko, nakalabas ako, nakalagpas ako sa hirap. So gusto ko lang talaga ibalik. Yun lang.
And that's the idea.
That's the idea. Kasi naniniwala ako doon sa prinsipyo na pag may nagsabi sa yung kaya mo, na-empower ka.
Were you always fashionable?
Very conscious of what I wear.
Okay, I like that.
Yes,
But then, of course, you know, to be able to come up with accessories like a telephone bag or a lobster bag, you have to have some sort of, you know...
Well, I used to travel a lot because I used to be a flight attendant.
Okay.
So, to say that I have seen a lot already in the world, I think that helps with my creativity and knowing what's gonna work and what's not gonna work.
It seems like flight attendants are in vogue at the moment. There's a former flight attendant turned governor.
It's a good
Now there's an
platform.
international designer,
Yes.
former flight attendant in Zarah Juan, right?
Yeah.
But okay, let's go back to the garments because, of course, the vision is what?
The vision is to open the industry when it comes to accessibility of natural dye.
Yes.
More than being just a fashion accessory, it's really to create an added value for our weaving community, for our textile industry that can generate an honest-to-goodness livelihood for a lot of
Okay,
people.
what about supply chains? Have you been able to establish that?
Sorted out.
Sorted out now for international market because
Yes.
you started your garments recently.
Yes, but recently, I just launched recently, but I have been doing my research a long time already.
So you've been developing it
Yes.
for quite some time now.
Yes.
And what's your hero product for this?
Definitely to highlight our piña because piña is really Filipino and it's from Aklan. And I think the quality of piña is really global in terms of quality, aesthetics, flexibility. It can be a casual or formal outfit.
Yes,
So,
I mean, Piña's being celebrated now, but I've heard, and I don't have the actual facts for this one, but I'm just gonna say it that our neighboring countries are now actually developing and manufacturing piña. More so China. Apparently, they found a way to do it on a faster scale compared to the Philippines. This is our national heritage. So, how do you then protect our artisans here and make sure that your designs are globally adapted?
hearing that, it feels so scary. But for me, pag may ganyang threat, basta move forward lang tayo, 10 steps forward right
Okay.
away. I don't want to dwell na parang nakakatakot it's gonna be, again, a competitive market.
Yes.
Piña is ours. And if people like you and me who's gonna support it and really talk about the story of this is a heritage product of the Philippines, I think we're gonna make it to the global market and people would really know it comes from the Philippines.
What international markets have responded positively, or which is your biggest market currently?
Right now, I'm just so happy that the Filipino community from around the globe are really supportive of our products. They are our storytellers. The word of mouth that they do when it comes to our products, when a Filipino would walk in Paris or in the US, would tap a foreign person would say, ang ganda ng bag mo. And then they would say, oh, it's Zarah Juan, it's from the Philippines. For me, success. Success yun because we are actually telling the story of how good the Filipino artisans are.
Yeah, but it seems like the domestic market has welcomed you with open arms for years now.
Grateful.
And it seems like dito pa lang sa Filipinas, ubos na yung products mo.
Correct.
Right.
But honestly, Zarah Juan brand, talaga ang focus namin is local.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, our 5-year plan is to stay small and to stay local.
That's interesting, but how would you help out communities if you remain your size at the moment?
Because I firmly believe that scaling up is not about just adding numbers, but it's really measuring your impact. And you cannot do that. You cannot scale up in terms of number kung baksak ang impact mo. So, stay small, really focus on what is important, really find out if the life of the people are changing for the better. 5 years. 5 years. I mean, I think that's realistic na ma-monitor natin yun bago tayo tumalon outside the box and say, okay, next step, the world.
Yeah, based on your statement right now, I recall the business trajectory of a global brand called Schiaparelli. And like you, they have accessories. They didn't want to become so big, but they're small lang yung scale nila, but everybody wants them. Is that the same goal that you have?
I think there is similarity to that because, like what you said, these are heritage crafts.
Yes.
And we cannot force that.
Yes.
Real hands make heritage crafts, real people. and real people, meaning to say Filipinos, who are part of a Filipino community. And each community has their own culture, their own tradition. We cannot say, pabayaan nyo na yung fiesta, gumawa lang kayo. Huwag na tayong mag-tradition dito, gumawa lang kayo. We cannot force that. The Zarah Juan brand is behind that culture to preserve that culture and heritage and make sure that that culture and heritage would coexist with the betterment of life.
What's your approach to clothing, and how does it differ from other designers or brands?
I don't start with a drawing board and say, this is going to be a big hit, like a fashionable cloth, it's trending and all. I'm not that kind of designer. And this is just me. Others, I respect their process, but my process is really finding out what communities are in need at the moment, what are their skills, what can I add to that so that it will work, that the design will just happen secondary. Because I'd like the piece to have a soul. More than being trendy, I feel that trend happens when people notice and feel the energy that comes with that garment. Medyo malalim, but that's how I really process things.
And that's what keeps you grounded?
I think it is because, you know.
Okay, but what was first, the community or the designer?
Oh,
in your case?
it's a collaboration. So
Okay.
it's a change of energy. We coexist. Cannot be this and this. It should be meeting of minds. It should be an agreement, a partnership. So tulong-tulong yan. Hindi pwedeng, mas sikat ako, mas una ako mag-decide. Hindi. It's sharing and listening and sharing. It's always like that.
Okay, and of course, you've already conquered the piña and eco-printing world.
Not yet. Getting there.
Yeah,
Yes.
but what's next for you? What other fabrics are you developing to further your assistance or collaboration with the communities?
The beauty of eco-printing, it works with cellulose materials, meaning natural materials.
Yes.
Cotton, which we don't have yet. Abaka.
I've seen that we have Philippine cotton, but it's not a big industry.
Not a big industry, but with the help of other advocates, maybe it will happen in the future. In the near future, there's abaka. It can be tested also in abaka. There are other fabrics that are being developed, like bamboo, like
Tencel.
water lily, and all those things. So the future is bright because as we develop eco-printing, other communities or departments or agencies are also developing different textiles.
Yes. And have you worked with other weavers up north or communities up north?
We are very much active with the weavers of Isabela province,
Yes.
Abra and Ilocos.
Okay.
In the Visayan region, Antique and Iloilo. In the south, in Mindanao, it's the Yakan weavers. So, madami. And I'm so excited that as we move forward with eco-printing, we can develop weaves that has cotton and then eventually print it. So, can you imagine each place, they have their own identity also when it comes to the flora and fauna. So maybe Davao can develop dahon from mangosteen or lanzones.
What about the mountain province?
We are open. As of now, I haven't been to Mountain Province or I have not collaborated with them yet. Pero hanggang Tublayan lang inabot ko sa Benguet. So, hindi pa ako nakakarating masyado ng Mountain Province. Hindi ko pa kaya.
Last few questions for you, Zarah Juan. What is your worst investment?
My worst investment is all those times wasted. It's actually not an investment, but I was actually putting in so much time in telling myself that I cannot do it.
Okay.
So, it's a matter of saying na, you know, all the insecurities and all the self-doubts and thinking that where I came from is not good enough.
What about your best investment?
My best investment, that's turning that bad investment to good use and reversing it and saying, hey, it doesn't matter where you came from. Ang importante kung saan mo dadalhin lahat ng natutunan mo at kung sino magbe-benefit sa lahat ng natutunan mo at paano mo siya ipapay it forward.
Nice. What
That's
about
it.
your favorite mistake?
My most favorite mistake, nothing in particular, but yung pinakamasakit.
Okay.
But at the same time, yung may pinakamalaking learning sa buhay ko. So madami yon na nasasabi ko that everything I achieve in life came from the most painful mistake that I have ever committed.
Just like your eco printing,
Yes.
it came from somewhere painful.
Yes, it came from not knowing what to do, a lot of self-doubt, telling myself na maybe I'm done as a designer. And then,
But it doesn't seem like it. You're like the Phoenix. We should call you Phoenix Juan.
Phoenix One, wow, that
Yeah.
sounds nice, but thank you. Thank you for believing in me.
And thank you so much for sharing your story and being here with us here at the Highlight.
thank
of
you.
Trade Tabs.
It's too short for us, but
Very
I'm
short.
so
I think we're
super
gonna
happy.
talk to each other again.
Thank you, Ferdi.
Thank you, Sarah. And that is it for today's show. I'm Ferdi Salvador. Catch the Bilyonaryo News channel on Free TV Channel 31, on cable via Cignal Channel 24, Converge Channel 74, SkyCable Channel 33, and Samsung TV Plus and TCL Smart TVs. Thank you for watching Bilyonaryo News channel, always on top.